Trading Group. We are in Trading View, and we're talking about a little beginner sessions here for those in terms of how am I setting up these zones on the lower time frames for scalping, for swing trading, for any of that stuff that's going on when you're going to see any kind of market manipulation, whether it be a pump or a dump, whether you saw a short squeeze today, any of these little things that you want to play. Obviously, you need to determine the leverage that you're the most comfortable with. A lot of scalpers aren't going to use any leverage lower than 50x. They're just not. Just because Bitcoin is now priced at these levels. And so when Bitcoin was 8,000, 12,000, 18,000, you get the picture. You could use lower leverages because the underlying value of the asset was cheaper. I'm demoing these for Bitcoin because a lot of times you want to start there to learn crypto in terms of charting, in terms of movements, in terms of zones, support and resistance, your patterns that you'll see, whether it be falling wedges, those things that you're going to see, head and shoulders in the market that are often symmetrical triangles, often that you see. And then what you want to do is then apply them, obviously, with a correlated method that we talk about in our group. But once you can get dialed into Bitcoin, you want to rotate this to some of your more inexpensive altcoins, Litecoin in the 130 channel, okay? Aave in the 200 channel, Compound. You can go even lower to XRP, less than 70 cents, Doge less than 20 cents. You can use the same zonal pattern that you're setting here. And you can see here with a 37,350 entry with that RSI video part 1, you can see just setting the tops here. Let's go back to the 1 minute, and you can see what's happened here simply in the last few minutes. We talked about these doji candles, right? That all typically they are going to signal that change, okay, coming. And so we're still within the zone. Here you have the top of the zone. Mind you, this is a short-term zone, okay? To go longer term, you would go to a higher time frame, okay? 1 hour, 4 hour, which is what we typically use when we're looking at big entries for big moves, holding that asset for hours, okay, not minutes or seconds. But you can see here what's happening now, okay? You've got that where we didn't even top out here above an intermediate top, all right, and got resistance, okay? So now you're seeing here with this move down below 300, you're likely going to test this level down here, roughly right here. Okay, this is the support, but then you've got to remember this move started. And so now this entry here at 350, even though you're still within that wick, okay, you're in a 1 minute wick, right? And it's out of what we call is out of the money in the 1 minute. Okay, you're going to open this back up to the 5 minute. It's still hovering around that 50 RSI level, okay? So you're going to be back right here watching this. 345, going to be back at break even here on the 5 minute. But all your action is going to happen on that 1 minute chart, okay? Because that's where everything happens in the second, okay? 381. See how quickly we bounce back from 279 to 390 to 400. Here we go, okay? You got a wick here. This is going to indicate to you that we're going to have a green candle coming up next, okay? That's what this almost 85% of the time will signal to you in terms of candle recognition. We're going to get a change. There it is, right there, green, 397. We're going to break above 400 here, okay? And what we want to talk about is the your leverage play, okay? Now, if you're going to get a 50-point move right now in Bitcoin from 37,350 to 37,400, and you're using 25x to 50x, you're looking at 6% and then 13% rate of return, okay, on your P&L. So, and then you got to factor in your fees and all of that. So this is why on these reads, when you get dialed in to read movements on the smaller margins, and that comes over time, you should not be trading